We also have updates on breaking news we've been following for more than 8 hours. One person is hurt and a building is now merely rubble in historic Anacostia after a massive explosion.
Yeah, so in the past 45 minutes, we got some new video showing the actual explosion from D.C. fire officials. Yeah, you see it right there. Firefighters seen within feet of that building when the blast goes off.
Luckily, they knew how to respond. And right now, we are working to learn more about the gas leak that leveled a convenience store and damaged surrounding buildings. Now, the video of the aftermath, that speaks for itself.
The explosion sent people running for safety along Marionberry Avenue just after 10 o'clock this morning in Southeast. Our Rafael Sanchez-Cruz has been at this scene all day. Rafa, we know the investigation is underway right now. What more can you tell us since we've seen you at 5 o'clock?
Yeah, Lorenzo, well, I know you're hearing a lot of noise right now. I want to show you what's right behind me. Washington gas crews are working on capping the gas in the neighborhood. And I want to show that video that was released an hour ago by DC Fire and EMS that shows the moment that the convenience store went up in flames. Now, neighbors are telling me that some people might see just the loss of a business in the neighborhood, but community members are saying it's a huge loss for the entire community that depends on this convenience store here in historic Anacostia.
The building just exploded on the second floor.
A gas explosion shook the heart of historic Anacostia this morning, leaving one person injured. DC Fire says they first got a call of a gas leak at around 9:30.
When the crew got here, they noticed that the meter was damaged. It's on the outside of the building, and where the damage was below the above-ground shutoff.
DC Fire Chief John Donnelly says the leak could not be controlled by first responders.
All companies, we're going to be here for a little while.
We believe that the gas leak happened after a vehicle struck the gas meter during some normal operations, but that's still being investigated.
DC Fire immediately evacuated the 1200 block of Marionberry Avenue Southeast. Officials say 25 minutes later, the second story of this building exploded right above the Baby Einstein Child Development Center.
It does look like you still have active fire in that walkway.
Then later, a second explosion completely destroyed the Danakil convenience store next door, sending debris flying and injuring a person across the street.
When I saw the building itself, my mouth fell open because if the children had been in that building, they would have very definitely been impacted by that explosion. So we're just grateful to the firefighters for making the necessary and quick decision.
Alpha side is blowing.
Mothers were reunited with all 16 toddlers that were kept warm inside the DC smokehouse.
Oh, wave at the camera.
Tonight, these mothers are calling the daycare workers heroes.
I'm just thankful. Thank you to the workers. Thank you to all of them for getting the kids out of there. Thank you to DC Smokehouse for allowing them to come over there and, get away from the fire and stuff. So I'm real thankful.
I mean, when you first heard about what was going on as a mom, what goes through your head?
I was scared. I dropped everything and I just had to get over here.
I'm just glad. I was so worried. I was scared. I was anxious, but I'm glad, all the kids was able to make it out safe.
And you can see right now, crews are boarding up the businesses next door. They're telling us that this is an ongoing investigation. And actually right now, DC Fire and EMS is telling us we have to leave the area that we are in right now as they continue excavating here and again, securing and capping the gas in this neighborhood. We're told there's still a couple customers that are still without gas and electricity. They're hoping to get that restored as soon as possible. I'm live in historic Anacostia. Rafael Sanchez-Cruz, WUSA 9.
It's a little loud there, but it's welcome noise, right? Because it means that they're going to try to make this community whole again, and there's a lot of work to do. All right, Rafa, thank you.
And of course, we will continue to make calls and dig for some details about this explosion even after we go off the air tonight.
Again, our web team will update our reporting online and on our free mobile app. We'll also send you a push alert, just like we did this morning, if anything else breaks.
Yeah, then look out for new reporting on the explosion tonight on WUSA 9 News at 11 o'clock.